Hello, my Biafran brothers and sisters, the freedom lovers, all my kinsmen, on a well done, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are this morning. Happy Tuesday to you all, and happy 27th day in the month of June, in the year of 2023. I don't land again, this morning. I'm landing from Sierra Leone. I went to Freetown for a free meeting. So, or a private and secret invitation. Because our president is nowhere to be found. He said he went on a private visit to the United Kingdom, UK. Also, it's part of those things we are talking. Other presidents that went for that summit, everybody have gone back to their home simply because they have the interest of their country and the people at heart. But look at the ones we have. They will go from one European country to another European country, even when the president or prime minister of that country never invited them. You hear what they said? He went on a private visit to United Kingdom. That means the president, the prime minister there, the king there don't even know his presence is being noticed in that very particular area. Anyway, that is not why I came. Why I came this morning, or why I come this morning, anywhere you like to take it like that, up to you. Is because there is a very important news that is flying around the internet, and I feel it is proper for me to bring it to the notice of my people. How the lives of Hope Uzodinjo and the devil Umahi connived with Asari in the 8 years of Umahi and 4 years of Hope Uzodinjo and the buying our people. He may not understand, he may never know that the people or the bread behind the Ebubago that is destroying the use of our people is from Asari Dokubo. They truly know that Asari Dokubo and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not going the same road, simply because of misunderstanding either from finance or whatever. So now they use him against the ESN and the Biafran people in our own land, killing their own people. The chief officer who's supposed to be responsible to guide and protect lives and properties in their different respective states are the one killing the youths in their numbers on daily basis. So the news is what I'm about to bring to you to your doorstep now, so that anywhere you see Asari Dokubo, I'm not inciting you into violence, but do what? Make you avoid him like a leprosy. In fact, that man is a leprosy. He's a misguided element. And never do well buffalo. 70-year-old man, Mumu. So now the news I brought to you also this morning. So please, before we proceed, do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, and also comment. It's very, very important, and it's very, very necessary. So let us go straight to the reason why we are here this morning, because we don't like to talk too much. This one is IPOP news release and news flash coming from the office of Okute Daily Talk. The broadcaster is Amandia Neze. For several months now, countless lives have been lost in Imo State by Hope Uzodinjo's militia called Ebubago. This murderous militia is comprised of Fulani terrorists, Niger Delta militants, and some Igbo criminals who were recruited by Asari Dokubo for Hope Uzodinjo's murderous activities in his home state, Imo. When they hear them, just clean your ear very well. Clean your ear, because what you will hear today, my dear, you will shake your you will shake your head. During Asari Dokubo's press interview last Friday, 16 June of 2023, he confirmed his involvement in the security of some states, particularly in Imo and Kaduna states. In that interview, Asari Dokubo claimed that his boys have been involved in security operations in Imo and Kaduna states, and among other places, from his own confessions. It's obvious that Asari Dokubo was responsible for the mass abduction and killings in Imo and southern Kaduna. This is the time to call out Asari Dokubo for the mass killings that are going on in Imo State, Anambra State, and in southern Kaduna. Recall that Asari Dokubo is a Fulani-trained Islamic jihadist. He must be held responsible for all the extrajudicial executions of innocent citizens in our country. We are documenting the extrajudicial killings and executions and destructions in Imo State by Hope Uzodinjo's administration and Asari Dokubo's militias. These murderous militias coded into Ebubago are responsible for the wanton massacre, forceful disappearances, and the burning of properties in Imo State and some border towns in Anambra State. We have interviewed dozens of victims and eyewitnesses who told us that the perpetrators are men they identified as a Ebubago militia working in partnership with Nigerian security officials in Imo State. We have also profiled these murderous men in Ebubago and found out that many of them are imported terrorists from Niger, Mali, and Chad. We were reliably informed on several occasions that most of the militias are Niger Delta and Fulani boys, recruited by Asari Dokubo and bankrolled by Hope Uzodinjo of Imo State. Two of the Ebubago boys themselves actually told us that they were working for Asari Dokubo in Imo State. Therefore, Hope Uzodinjo and Asari Dokubo must explain their reasons for abducting, murdering, and dumping the corpses of many innocent Igbo youths in a valley in Ono in Imo State. It is really sad to believe that Hope Uzodinjo contracted Asari Dokubo to kill his own people, mostly Olu youths, where he comes from, and his political adversaries. We wonder how Hope Uzodinjo would contract Asari Dokubo, who has publicly shown his hatred for Ndi-Igbo, to provide security for those he hates with passion. He even publicly called for the killing of Ndi-Igbo, IPOB members, and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu everywhere you see them. This contract for killing Imolites, ordered by their own governor, Hope Uzodinjo, to Asari Dokubo, emboldened his social media boasting of dealing with Igbos. It's obvious that those who force Hope Uzodinjo on Ndi-Igbo, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, had a script written for him that he has handed over to the radical Islamic jihadists called Asari Dokubo to implement, but they have failed. In 1948, Israel's first Prime Minister, David Ben-Gurion, thought of the best way to protect his country's security information from invasive media toxins. He summoned his strategy up in one short sentence: take the thief and make him guard. But a thief will remain a thief even if he is made the chief hunter. A maxim of the Yoruba drives this home. 25 years after you may make the palm wine tapper king, he still won't stop casting furtive glances at the neck of the palm trees. Asari Dokubo is a criminal and pig and cannot change. We are blaming Ijaw people for keeping mute over the insult and disparaging of Ndi-Igbo by Asari Dokubo. We ask them not to say anything that Igbo people kill Asari Dokubo because we must bring him down someday, sometime. Ndi-Igbo must drag it with Asari Dokubo. He must understand that Igbo people are not cowards in the world. Asari Dokubo is too small to what Igbo can do. Asari Dokubo is almost dying, and Ndi Ijaw should not blame us for dealing with him when the time is right. We hope you see how Asari Dokubo is insulting Ndi-Igbo. Asari Dokubo has no father. Talk of did business with Igbo man. Ijaw nation has great men and not Asari Dokubo father. If he has father, because we know that he is a bastard. Asari Dokubo must understand that though Ndi-Igbo can be gentle, it is definitely not cowardice. A lion that walks into a jungle and parades himself as king of the dark jungle should remember that there were other lions in the same jungle before he arrived. Asari Dokubo, the pig in the creek, your public mocking and bragging for killing Ndi-Igbo shall have consequences in the years and in the future to come. Remember, you have children. And they said, may the sins of the fathers never be rewarded to the children, but your own case, according to the news, they say your own sins shall reward to you and to your entire generation when the time to come. Because whatever you said or what you have said will remain in the history of Ndi-Igbo and the Ijaw people. even in the 100 decades to come. So be rest assured that if they fail to deal with you now, they will definitely come for you when the time is right. This message is coming to you from the office of Iman Powerful, the spokesperson of IPOB Media and Publicity. We have another situation at hand. Wike terrorized us for 8 good years. APC speaks on ex-governor joining their party. The Rivers State chapter of All Progressive Congress, APC, has accused the immediate past governor of the state, Nyesom Wike, of terrorizing it for 8 years. According to the news, he disclosed this in a statement he issued. He described Wike as an enemy, hence wouldn't be allowed to join APC. The statement reads partly, the terror unleashed on our party members in the course of his 8 years of maximum rulership alone is enough evidence to confirm that Wike has no business with Rivers State APC. Asking him to come and take over is asking an enemy to come and finish off his victims or finish off what he has started while in office. We are aware of his schemes to escape justice over the looting of the collective patrimony of Rivers people, which is the major reason for his romancing top APC members. We know about all this. For those who may be suffering from amnesia, a non-APC member cannot be a cheerleader for the entry of Wike into APC. During the last presidential election, Wike had openly campaigned for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Wike, a member of the All Progressive or the All People's Democratic Party (PDP), dumped his party's presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar for Tinubu of APC simply because he is trying to cover up his shame. You do what? He is trying to cover up his shame, trying to cover up all that they have looted from Rivers people. Let us continue. Interview. Ndị Igbo needs what is called infrastructure, massive one, more than juicy appointment. Voice of Nigeria Director General Osita Okechukwu. Mr. Osita Okechukwu, the Director General of Voice of Nigeria, is from Enugu State, Southeast Nigeria. He is a founder-mentioned member of All Poverty Congress, APC. Okechukwu is an ardent supporter of the immediate past President Muhammadu Buhari. In his interview with Daily Post editor Emmanuel Uzodimma, he bases it all on the past administration and makes projections on the present Bola Tinubu and government experts. As a member of the ruling All Progressive or All Poverty Congress and the Buharists, what will you say were the major achievements of the immediate past administration of President Muhammadu Buhari, particularly in the areas of infrastructure and the rest of them? Without being immodest, as a Buharist, one wishes to start with what ex-President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, did from the day one that most people have forgotten, which made a tangible impact in our lives. One is that before he even presented his cabinet members to the Senate, he carefully perused through the federal and the state files, which led to his shock that some states were owing workers and pensioners humongous debts ranging from 3 to 27 months. Federal files were also dotted with huge debts to workers and pensioners dating back to police officers who participated over 50 years ago in Biafra, Nigeria Civil War. He ended up spending about 3 trillion naira on these debts. Secondly, were implementation of Treasury Single Account and sundry applications which aided the anti-graft war. Foundations were also laid in the development of vast and dynamic Internet of Things. Why was the defraying of a worker's salary and pensioners' debt Buhari's top priority? Thank you very much, my dear. One recall that in one such a meeting, I proposed to the meeting that if 1 trillion naira of that amount was used to construct federal roads at 50 million naira per kilometer, that that will have instantly about 5,000 kilometers completed. Buhari then paused and asked me why, and I prefer the publicity advantage to workers and pensioners' plight. I argued that construction of roads will accord more publicity premium to the young regime than expanding such huge funds on public servants who are up to 15% of our population. We countered by narrating the negative consequences of non-payment of salaries on not only workers but the pensioners, that the negative multiplier effect goes down to the shopkeeper, barbers, pharmacists, et al. In the neighborhood of these workers. He posed the questions: how can you talk of anti-corruption when you don't pay pensioners? Buhari's pension compliance records are outstanding. If you are in doubt, please cross-check with PTDA, PTAD, and PENCOM. Buhari's administration also implemented various policies and reforms in the agricultural sector, such as the Anchor Borrowers Program and the Green Alternative Initiative. Do you think this had impact on the food and rural development in Nigeria, according to the interviewer? I was going to add the Standard Western Corridor Rail Line, Second Niger Bridge, Loco and Owete Bridge, and over 80,000 federal roads as the visible milestone before his huge investment in agriculture. On your question, the truism is that Buhari invested more than any other federal government post 1970 on agriculture. I doubt it Buhari's agrarian revolution, notwithstanding that the insecurity brewed it. Insecurity was the issue which hampered farmers' production. He failed to act with immediate effect when the headers and the class erupted. It was a grave enforced error. How can you expect him to act, whereby they are the one that they send the headers, that so that they will be crashing with the farmers to take over their ancestral land by fire and by force, which is never the so. So my wonderful people, now so I take here. This one is coming from Mr. Osita Okechukwu, the Force of Nigeria Director General. This one is interview he had, I think, on Arise TV or Channel Television News the other day. So we are moving forward. Don't repeat Buhari's injustice. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, lawyer Ejimako to Tinubu. Lawyer Ejimako, the special counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, on Sunday urged President Bola Tinubu to undo the injustice of his predecessor, ex-President Muhammadu Buhari. Ejimako said Tinubu should undo Buhari's injustice by releasing Kanu. He pointed out that the Constitution has empowered the President to stop any criminal trial. To which Ejimako said Tinubu does not have to wait for the Supreme Court to release the IPOB leader. According to Ejimako, under the Constitution, the AGF in practice, the President has the power to stop any criminal trials. So President Tinubu doesn't have to wait for the Supreme Court to undo the grave injustice rendition done by his predecessor by releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu at official bat. Kanu has been locked up since he was arrested and repatriated 2 years ago from Kenya. The IPOB leader was picked up over his agitation for the actualization of the state of Biafra. Despite courts ordering his release, the Nigerian government has refused to set him free simply because of tribalism and ethnic bigotry. I know that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu happens to be a Fulani man, by now it could have become a forgotten case. Nobody will talk about him again because he have long been released. OT set up panel to recover stolen government properties. Governor Alex Chioma Otu of Abia State has set up a judicial panel of inquiry charged with recovering alleged stolen government property from people who served in the previous administration in the state. A statement issued by the security of the state, security to the state government SSG, Prof. Kenneth Carlo, named Justice Florence Ikoma Duroha, Igwe of the State High Court, Umahi, as the chairman of the panel. Other members of the panel, according to the SSG, are Prof. Ogu Ikoma Ogu, Mazi Ugochukwu Okorafo, Reverend Father Alex Okonkwo, and Professor Ursula Ngozi Akanwa. The details and scope of the duties of the government panel were not contained in the statement. Daily Post record that the Abia State government recently directed former appointees and other officials of the former administration who were still in possession of government properties to return them to the office of the SSG or face the consequences by the current administration. Tinubu don rename 15 airports to after Buhari, Usman, Awolowo, and others. Full list is below. Let us see. And I don't even know the achievement of this man. By killing the Nigerians, they are naming airports after him, and naming bridges and a lot of them after him. That is to tell you that Nigeria is a banana republic. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has renamed some federal government-owned airports after some notable Nigerians, including the immediate past president, Muhammadu Buhari. The development was contained in a memo dated June 1, signed by Ms. Joke Olatunji for the Director of Airport Operations, Federal Ministry of Aviation. The memo, which was made available to journalists on Monday, revealed that President Bola Tinubu renamed the airports as part of reforms of the aviation sector. Total lie. See the full list of the airports being renamed with the names of our past leaders, including Bubu. Number 1 is Maiduguri Airport. They don't rename them to General Muhammadu Buhari's airport. Number 2 is Benin Airport. Oba Akunzwa 2. Number 3 is Duse Airport. Muhammadu Nuhu Sanusi. Number 4 is Ebonyi Airport. Chuba Wilberforce Okadibo. Very good. Now you have done well. Not that of nonsense Dave Umahi. Number 5, Gombe Airport. Brigadier Zakari Maleri. Number 6, Ibadan Airport. Samuel Ladoka Akintola. We have number 7 here, Ilorin Airport. General Tunde Idiabon. Kaduna Airport. Hassan Osman Castena. Akure Airport. Ulumuyewa Bernard Aliu. Makurdi Airport. Joseph Sawan Taka. Mina Airport is Malam Abubakar Imam. Nasarawa Airport. Shekir Usman Danfodio. Osubi Airport. Alfred Diet Spiff. Port Harcourt Airport. Obafemi Jeremiah Awolowo. Yola Airport. Lamido Aliu Mustafa. These are the names of the prominent Nigerians being named some of the airports before them. Well, I must applaud you for doing that. The only one I applaud you is that of Ebonyi Airport that Dave Umahi go to name Buhari. How many airports can Buhari occupy in the state, in the country? It's only one airport, one name. So how can you name Buhari Onweke Airport and leave the prominent Igbo men that we have, or the prominent people who have fought for the southeast before you? It is not wise, and that cannot be tolerated. So my good people, now here I go take back my kaya or my load, and I go so. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and do not forget to comment. It is very, very important that you let the content creator know that you are following and also you are commenting, because that is your duty. My duty is to bring the news to your doorstep, and your duty is to share it, to like, to subscribe, and also comment. It is very, very important and very, very necessary. Until you hear my voice again, I still remain your one and the only Ukute Daily Talk, speaking from my own Kaba or from my own Kapo. Are you hearing me now? Have a nice day, my wonderful people. Bye for now. Keynesiano.